I've noticed that many of you are having a problem with the format of your papers, so I've done a quick screen recording to walk you through these in case you need a reminder. Now I'm using a Macintosh, so your methods may be a little bit different on your PC, or you may know other methods. But if you really don't know how to do these, I think that this will at least help give you a start. My main goal is to show you the MLA requirements, of course. I'm using a sample of a lecture that you're going to be reading later in the class, and I'll show you how it needs to be fixed up. The first thing that I see when I look at this is that the font style and size are not correct. It's much smaller than it should be. And looking at the top, I see that it's Calibri 11 point. So MLA requires that you use Times New Roman 12 point. So I simply go to Edit, select all, then go to the font collection, choose Times New Roman, and you may need to scroll down to find that, and then choose the size and make it 12-point font. Another thing that I notice is that this is all single-spaced. So again, I'm going to go to Select All under Edit menu, and then I'm going to go to Format, Paragraph, and there you'll see line spacing. It's set at single, I'll set it at double, and now it's double spaced. Another thing that I'll need to check is the margins. You need 1-inch margins all around. In order to see those, you go up again to the format, and this time you check document, and I see I've got 1-inch margins on the top and bottom, but the left and right are too large. So I need to bring those down to 1 inch. Save, and now my margins are correct all around. The next thing I need to do is to add a header. And a lot of people are confused about header versus heading. They are two different things. I double-click within the top of the page, and that opens a header space. I'm going to put my last name in there and then close it. And you'll see what happens is that this adds the header to each page. Now I also need a page number. I go to Insert, Page Numbers, and I want the page number on the top because that's what is required in MLA. So it puts the page number within the header space. I do want it on the right, and I do want the first page showing the number. So I click OK, and now that's put the page number there, and it's put the correct page number on that page, and it would on all subsequent pages. Now these two elements in the header need to be next to each other. So I'm going to again double click within the space. I've tabbed over, but then I need to hit the space bar because if I tabbed it twice, this would put my name right on top of the number, and that I don't want. So I'm just using the space bar to move it over. Now if I go too far, it's going to put it on the next line, and you'll see that. All I need to do is to hit delete, and that puts it back in the right spot. I close, and now I've got the correct header on each page. I next need to add a heading. That's going to go right under the header here, and I'm going to type my name. Oh, it's set on underline. I don't want that, so my name, the name of the class, the teacher's name, and the date. The next thing that I need is a title. So again, I just hit return once, and I'm going to put the title in. This is the lecture on translation. Now, the title needs to be centered, so I select it, go to the alignment, hit center text, and that's going to put it in the middle. Now I notice that I've got too much space here. That's not double spaced. Everything needs to be double spaced. so I simply click Delete, and that brings it all to double-spaced. And now my whole paper is according to MLA format. It is in Times New Roman 12-point font. There are 1-inch margins all around. It is all double-spaced. There's no bolding, underlining. I have a header with my last name and the page number on each page, and I have a heading on the first page only with my name, the class name, the teacher's name, and the date.